Now the next point is protection from pests and diseases. So pests are animals, insects or rodents which damages the crops, and the crops can be attacked by bacteria, viruses or fungus which causes crop diseases. So from protection from pests as well as crop diseases, there are some of the protective measures here. So we'll be discussing them. First of all, let me tell you about the examples of crop diseases also. First one is bacterial wilt, which is caused by bacteria. Second is leaf curl in cotton, which is viral disease. Rust and smut of wheat, which is fungal disease. And blight of potato, that is also fungal disease. So now coming to the next part, that is pesticides. Pesticides are chemical substances which helps in controlling or you can say destroying the pests. So pesticides are helpful in destroying the pests. uh, it can be of two types: insecticides and rodenticides. Insecticides are used to kill a certain type of insects. For example, BHC, malathion and DDT. The full form of BHC is benzene hexachloride, or gamaxine is the common name. DDT is dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. So these are mainly chemicals which are prepared in laboratories and they work for particular insect. Then second one is rodenticides. Rodenticides are mainly rats, mice, moles, etc. They also damages the crop production. So um, examples of rodenticides are warfarin, zinc phosphate, etc. So now coming to the next topic, that is fungicides. Fungicides are used for destroying fungus mainly. So they are not included in pesticides. It is a different category, fungicides. They are helpful in protecting the crop from fungal diseases. So example is copper and sulfur salts. Now let us discuss the advantages of using pesticides. First is they kill the pest and increases the crop production or food production. Then second one is they are easy to store and use. So it is very much clear from the points that pesticides help in killing the pests and increasing the crop yield, and they are easy to store also, so they are used. But the disadvantage and the disadvantages are more rather than advantages. First is that they may affect wildlife in the area because they are harmful chemicals. So besides damaging the pests, they can damage the other wildlife also. Then second is continuous use can cause resistance among pests. And there is a general thing that you have heard also. If we are taking a particular type of medicine, we our body gets resistance for it. So it is true with these chemicals also. When continuous use is done for a certain type of pest, they become resistant to them, so the pesticides will not work on them again. Then coming to third point, increases the acidic content of the soil. As they are chemicals, they increases the acidic content of the soil, and you know that soil, if it is basic, more basic and more acidic than normal, then the crop yield is affected. Fourth point is causes soil and water pollution. As the chemicals, when used more in uh, more for more time or in more quantity, then the pollution is there, soil pollution is there, as well as when irrigation is done or when rainfall is there, then they gets drain off with the water also in the water bodies, so they causes water pollution. Next one is that they enter the food chain and may cause skin and respiratory infections. When the chemicals are provided to the plants and the plants are eaten by the animals and humans also, then they the chemicals can enter the food chain also, and they can cause skin and respiratory infections in us. Then last point is chemicals used in pesticides have adverse effect on nature. That means they causes opposite effect on nature, as the chemicals used, pesticides which are used, are non biodegradable, so they causes adverse effects on the nature.